What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some news that I got to counterpunch about Bob Arum. Of course, we know Bob Arum is the CEO of Top Rank Promotions. He's been that way for the last 50 years or more. He's been in the sport as long as I've been alive, probably twice. But, he said something really strange. He was in England promoting the Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan fight, and he said that Anthony Joshua has hurt his credibility by fighting what he calls no hopers. Okay. So I find that strange for him to say that. He also said that Anthony Joshua needs to fight in the U.S. to boost his credibility. Okay. Now, I'm not sure on, because this is according to like Steve Bunce. Of course, I'll give you guys the source so you guys can check it out. But it's seems to me like I don't see why he would take interest in anything in the heavyweight division. He doesn't even have a pony in the show. First off, he's not even promoting anyone in the heavyweight division. For one. For two, you're promoting your fighter, Terrence Crawford, which thank God he didn't leave you. You know what I mean? Like Manny finally did. And and it's like you say Anthony Joshua's fighting no hopers. Well, I think people need to, and Bob Arum, he's old, and everyone's entitled to his opinion regardless of how old they are. I'm not just saying that, but I'm thinking like, who does this guy have to fight? Like what? Fight a guy that only fought another guy and draw to it with another, beat one guy and draw to another guy like Deontay Wilder. Fight a guy like Tyson Fury that was on the outs in the sport for damn near 3 years. He fought all the guys that were undefeated: Charles Martin, Joseph Parker, Dillian White, Takam, Prevected. He only had one loss, and that was to Klitschko. He fought and knocked out Klitschko too. So I'm thinking, where does the no hopers come from? You know what I mean? I don't get where he gets the quote unquote no hopers phrase come from. You know what I mean? It makes you think like he's saying that for a particular reason, like he's kind of, fed to say that, so to speak. I just thought it was like Bob Arum, it's strange, like that. I don't know. Maybe something Eddie Hearn did pissed him off or whatever for him to just all of a sudden take interest in Anthony Joshua. I know a lot of people want to see Anthony Joshua fight in the States. Yeah, that's one thing. But for him to fight in the States doesn't make him or break him. What has made him is where he's at, where he's always been, in the UK. We don't have pounds over here, okay? We have dollars. He is 30 million pounds a fight, damn near. Okay, so if we're looking at that moving forward, how would Anthony Joshua fighting over here, how would that boost his credibility? Sure, people would know him over here, but people know who Anthony Joshua is anywhere. In a sense where he makes enough money where he's at. The American market, he doesn't need it. And I'm going to tell you something. That is very, very powerful. When you make so much money in one place, that's just like, okay, let's say you had 2 jobs, working 2 full-time jobs, trying to make it, right? And you compare yourself, you might make $56,000, $60,000 a year with those 2 jobs, okay? They both pay out about 30 a year. You know what I'm saying? You're working your ass off. Then you got a guy that is working in one place and he's making 100,000 and you're working your ass off, barely grossing 60. You see what I'm saying? That's Anthony Joshua. That's what Joshua's doing. He doesn't need the other job. He doesn't need the other market, which is America. Sure, again, it would be good for him overall, like as forms of notoriety, to the American public. But if you're making that type of money, really, who cares? You know, and it's like, if he's fighting no hopers, who the hell is Deontay Wilder fighting? Like bums? You know, zero hopers? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if it's less than it's he hasn't fought but two guys in his life. And the guy, if he gets that fight, the second fight with Fury, he's fought Fury twice. You know, he's done that, and that will be his 42nd fight. You know, so I don't know what the hell Bob Arum's talking about. I just find it strange that he's just now taking interest in saying his opinion about Anthony Joshua, right? But, you know, I just wanted to lay that over with you guys, see what you guys thought about it, you know? But really, to counterpunch Bob Arum, I'm gonna go there with him. Why not? Why did Manny leave you? I mean, Manny's a loyal guy. I get it. But why did you think he really left you? You couldn't do anything for him. You didn't want to do anything for him. You know? And if he loses Terrence Crawford, he has Loma. You know? But, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I think you need to worry about your own fighters. You know, and Manny's happy where he's at. There's a lot of people. Ask Oscar De La Hoya about Bob Arum. Ask Floyd Mayweather Jr. about Bob Arum. Okay? Ask Muhammad Ali about Bob Arum if you could. You know what I mean? It's always, you know, people get tired of their promotional company because promotional companies, they tend to have tunnel vision when it comes to fighters. They forget about some fighters and only focus on other fighters. They're almost like agents, you know? So that's the problem with, you know, promoters and such, you know, and Bob Arum is no exception. So, you know, him worrying about Anthony Joshua, I think he needs to worry about his own promotional company and his own stable of fighters. You know what I mean? And actually get them some fights. Start working with other promotional companies instead of criticize other promotional companies' fighters and get fights made with other people because you're running out of fights. You know, we didn't need to see 4 Juan Marquez and Pacquiao fights. We didn't want to see that. Timothy Bradley, Manny Pacquiao 3 times. Nobody wanted to see that shit, Bob. Okay? I had to go in on Bob because but you need to fight somebody that's credible because he needs to come to America. Hurt his credibility fighting no hopers. You know what I mean? And Deontay Wilder, the only reason Deontay Wilder is where he's at, he is the only chance we had for an American heavyweight. That's our only representative. Him and Jarrell Miller, but he's untested, so who cares? You know, Deontay Wilder just has a padded resume from here to high heaven, right? Got a couple crowns on top. You know what I mean? His damn totem pole is made out of damn baby diapers with a couple real blocks up top. And shit's gonna fall over. You know what I mean? Because it has no girth to it. It has nothing that's holding it up. Nothing that's holding that resume up for Deontay. You know, I mean, I don't know if they asked him about Deontay again, but, you know. But no, Bob needs to mind his own business and needs to worry about his own fighters. And that's me counterpunching Bob Arum. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.